Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of iTorah. As you know, we're in the middle of the period called Sfirat Omer, the counting of the Omer. It commenced on the second day of Pesach and will conclude on the festival of Shavuot. So far, 38 days have passed. We've got another 12 days to go. And the question obviously arises as to what is the purpose of this counting. A very famous Spanish commentator, his name was Rabbeinu Nissim, gives the following explanation. When the Israelites were about to depart Egypt, God told them that in 50 days' time they would be receiving His presence and His divine law on Mount Sinai. The Jews, in eager anticipation, couldn't wait and counted every single day. Just like a child awaiting his birthday counts how many days there are to go. 50 days, 49 days, 48 days, all with great excitement. The only problem with this explanation, beautiful as it is that according to this, the counting should actually be backwards. The day they left Egypt, they should be saying, well, 49 days to go. The next day, 48 days to go. The next day, 47 days to go. In actual fact, however, it's the other way around. The first day out of Egypt, they say 1 day. Second day of Egypt, they say 2 days. Third day out of Egypt, 3 days, etc. So they're counting up rather than counting down. And this doesn't seem to be a sign of anticipation. A second problem with this explanation is that, according to it, they should be saying, this is the first day, this is the second day, this is the third day. Or backwards, this is the 49th day, 48th day, 47th day. And yet they don't count with ordinal numbers, rather they count with cardinal numbers. Today is 1 day, today is 2 days, today is 3 days, not first, second, third. And the question is why? We can get some kind of explanation to this from an interesting Zoharic comment. Zohar, of course, is the famous book of Jewish mysticism when it comes to Abraham. Concerning Abraham, it says, Abraham was old, he was coming on in days. Abraham zaken ba biyamim. You know, the Torah doesn't say anything superfluously. There's no extra words in Torah. And therefore the question is, why doesn't it just simply say Abraham is old? What does this extra phrase, coming along in days, possibly add? But the Zohar explains as follows, that there are those people who may be old, but in reality have very few days. They've got nothing to show for their old age. And as the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe once said, that age is not determined by the amount of years it says on your birth certificate or passport. Your age is determined by how much you've actually achieved. And therefore, when it comes to Abraham, it says, Abraham zaken ba biyamim. Abraham was old, but he came along with days. All of his days came with him. All of his days were fulfilled. All of his days were useful and worthy. He could recall what he did every day, because every day of his life was meaningful. Similarly also, when it comes to preparing for the Torah on Mount Sinai, it's not good enough to just count down the days. What we really have to do is say to God, we're ready to receive the Torah. And you know why we're ready to receive the Torah? Because we're coming fully prepared. We are coming fully utilizing our days. On the first day, we've really done something on that day. It's been a day of accomplishment. The second day, well, that's 2 days of accomplishment. 3 days of accomplishment. 4 days of accomplishment. Until finally we come to God and we say, God, look, we've done 49 full days. And now it's time for you to give us the Torah. This is the explanation as to why we count up. We're counting how much accomplishment, how many days we actually have, how many days we've taken with us. And it's also the reason why we count the days and don't just say the first, second, third, or 49, 48, 47. The reason being is that the destination is important. We want to receive the Torah on Mount Sinai. But even more important is the journey to get there. What we have done on the way to getting to receiving the Torah on Mount Sinai. And therefore it's not just a matter of first, second, third, until we finally get to that 50th day. Time is not something we pass by. Time is something which the day itself comes together with us. And when we do that, God rewards us. And he says, look, fellows, you've done your bit. You've counted 49 days. Now on the 50th day, I'm going to do something that you can't do yourselves. I'm going to give you the Torah. Because a Jew can only reach a certain level. And God wants him to reach that level through his own efforts. And after he's achieved as much as he possibly and humanly can, then God grants him the ultimate gift, the 50th day. This is also the reason why when wishing people long life, we don't actually say long life. What we say is arichut yamim, which means length of days. It's not good enough to live a long life. What we really want is that our days should be long. Every day should be full of meaning. Every day should be full of content. We should be able to remember what we've done every day of our lives.